but I'm just getting started. Got my eyes on the target. No, no. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. I'll never run. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. They'll be calling me royalty. They say I'm dangerous, 'cause I broke all the cages. No, I will sit and take it. No.
Whoops. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Today is March 14th, 2024. It is 6:29 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Good to see everyone in chat. I am streaming from both channels right now. This is a new case, and we need as many people to hear about this as possible. It's good. Thank you. Thank you guys for all the kind compliments. Y'all are very, very kind. If you are on J for A, it would be even better if you came over to Clutch Them Pearls. I would really appreciate it. But no worries, no worries. Hey, Esme, good to see you. Fine Summer, Blue Eyes, Candy Lee, I see you. Sarah, SL, good to see you all. Jules, Beagle Mom, Trina, Robin, Jean, hello, hello. Tar Heel, hello. SL, Anna Marie, Unicorn, good to see you all. One Love, Sugar Shack, hello. Whistle, Teddy Bear, Susan, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. So, we are talking about a 22-year-old Missouri man who was in Nashville visiting. He was at a bar. He was highly intoxicated, and he was kicked out of the bar. There's a lot to this case, so you're going to have to follow me on it. I am still learning about it. We'll learn together. Hey, Crimes, good to see you. Canadian Cookie, hello. Teddy Bear, Fine Summer, good to see you. So there is a lot to it. And just moments ago, there was a press conference. We're going to go over that press conference as well. All right, so here we go. First, let me give you a rundown on, we'll do an article, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Family friend claims missing Missouri student spotted by two homeless camps during interview on national TV. That's not the one I wanted. I wanted the other one. Sorry. Picked the wrong one up here. Okay. All right. So Nashville police looking into dozens of tips regarding missing Missouri student. So again, this is Nashville, Tennessee. If there's anyone in Nashville, Tennessee, let me know in either chat or close by. After dark in places. Yeah. I mean, you would think that, I mean, obviously it's Nashville. You're in downtown. It is late. not extraordinarily late. There has been word as in homeless uh, people. Someone I think called into Pascal's show saying that they saw something that like a homeless man was wearing that may or may not have been something that Riley was wearing, but we'll get into that. Was he at the bar by himself or with friends? We're going to get to that. Promise, promise, promise. Uh, Tennessee has so many cases. Yes, it surely does. So, Nashville, Tennessee, the search for a University of Missouri student who went missing while visiting Nashville over the weekend continued Thursday. Investigators with the Metro Nashville Police Department, also known as MNPD, shared an update on the search for 22-year-old Riley Strain at 2 p.m. on Thursday, March 14th, according to Sergeant Bob Nielsen, a supervisor of missing persons investigations. The department has received numerous tips and is working to sift through possible information. Quote, a lot of it now at this point is just filtering all through the information, he said. We've been getting dozens of Crime Stopper tips every day pretty much since this started. And so it takes time for us to go through all of those, scrutinize the information, make certain that there could be a viable lead. A lot of them, as you can imagine, is just frivolous information, end quote. The N the MNPD said officers were alerted about Strain's disappearance on Saturday, March 9th. Today is March 14th, folks. So, as you can imagine, his family is extremely worried. Everyone is extremely worried. You would think we would have, heard from him by now. One of the fraternity brothers told investigators Strain had been kicked out of Luke Bryan's, the country singer, right, bar on Broadway about 10 p.m. on Friday, March 8th. So Luke Bryan is a country singer. He owns a bar. And he was kicked out of there for being extremely intoxicated. Now, you would think if this was the only bar, I just want to note this, if this was the only bar that he had been to, you would think that the bartender would have cut him off, but some don't, right? His poor mom is fearing the worst. Yeah, yeah. Um, all right. So, however, it's 10 p.m. It's not extremely late. It's not to be that, you know, smashed, at 10 o'clock. Did he drink something else? Was something given to him? We just don't know. However, when he returned to their room at the Tempo Hotel, Strain wasn't there. This is his fraternity brother. One second, y'all. Okay, sorry about that. Um, so they were staying at the Tempo Hotel. By Saturday morning, he still hadn't been back. Strain's mother, Michelle, is it Whited? I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Weeded said she had FaceTime with Strain just a few hours before he was kicked out of the bar and he acted normal. which, you can get, I'm sure Quinny, I'm sure Luke Bryan is doing everything he can uh, to help find, of course, Riley. All right. But, mom FaceTimed with this gentleman a few hours before he had went to the bar and disappeared. But it doesn't take long to get intoxicated, right? It doesn't. Whether he, drank too much or whether even potentially he was given something. We have no idea. And she says he was acting normal. The police department initiated checks of hospitals, jails, along with cell phone ping near a cell phone tower located at 19 Oldham Street, Oldham Street. His friends also were able to check Strain's Snapchat location somewhere around the Metro courthouse to no avail. When authorities checked when authorities checked with Verizon, the company said that it was not able to give a quote live ping end quote due to the phone being off. And obviously they can't ping it if it's off, if it died or it's turned off. His phone's last ping was reportedly between 9:55 p.m. and 10 p.m., somewhere around James Robertson Street and Gay Street. All right. We're going to look at that. Okay. All right. Detectives said the last phone conversation Strain had with his friends was also during that time period. That was the last time anyone had any kind of interaction with Strain on the phone. The last ping that the last ping they had was off of a tower near Top Golf, which is over on the side of the river. Nielsen said, pointing across the Cumberland River. However, the radius is about 2 miles, which that's a big radius. So it doesn't give us a location of travel or more detailed information. Police said Thursday that they were still working to obtain Olive Strain's phone records. However, they did not believe he had any type of rideshare service. Surveillance video, which we're going to look at shortly, from various downtown businesses also helped piece together some of Strain's path that night. Video from the downtown smoke and vape shop at Church Street showed Strain walking near an intersection on 3rd Avenue and Church Street, which when he appeared to lose his balance and fall in a parking lot. Now, in my opinion, this gives a lot of suspicion because if we're actually we know that he was intoxicated, uh, and he was intoxicated enough to be asked to leave from the bar, and we see that he is stumbling on camera. Now, if he is stumbling on camera, it's very easy for an accident to happen, right? Either falling into or onto something, or people taking advantage of you. So we got to keep that in mind as well. The video was captured a few moments before video released by the MNPD showed Strain crossing the street at an intersection on 1st Avenue and Gay Street, not far from where his phone last pinged. Nielsen said investigators are continuing to reach out to the bars and businesses for more video that they may have missed. Searchers have also been making contact with people at homeless camps in the area and investigating a claim that a homeless person, saw Strain that night. On Tuesday, March 12th, authorities searched the Cumberland River for clues and did not find anything. As the search stretched onto Thursday, Nielsen said authorities have continued using boats, equipment, sonars, and drones. They have also checked dilapidated buildings and construction in the area. However, there has been zero sign of Mr. Strain. At this time, Nielsen said there is no indication of foul play in his disappearance. There has also been no evidence showing Strain got into a fight with anyone at the bar at downtown or after he left that night. Quote, in a missing persons case, people go missing for various reasons. Some are voluntarily, some are not. Some could be due to medical incidents. Nielsen said, right now, we just have no idea what happened with this gentleman. We don't believe there was any crime involved. However, all of our resources right now are dedicated to locating him. Strain's parents came to Nashville after his friends informed them of the disappearance and have been desperate to find him ever since. Strain is 6 feet 5 inches tall. He's very tall. 6 feet 5 inches is a very tall guy. So it's not like he would be easy to miss. He's going to be standing outside of the crowd, right? I saw I saw it just made me think of this of I think it said 80% uh of ladies said they prefer a guy over 6 feet. And out of the entire population of the world, only 15% of guys are over 6 feet. So that's a problem, right? This Riley Strain, he is 6 feet 5 inches. He is going to stand above everyone, pretty much, heads above. So if he normally doesn't get that intoxicated, I wonder if something was placed in his drink that makes me think of what's been happening in Austin, Texas. Um, yeah, I mean, there's no indication of foul play. There's no indication of anything other than he is missing at this point. Um, he did get, do you guys expect his friends to leave without paying the tab? Um, yeah, that should absolutely draw more attention. Um, I was thinking him being so tall, you know, someone could have, not saying this happened, I'm, talking hypothetically right now. But if someone, because he's so tall, he's a big guy, so he's not like big, but he's tall. Someone could definitely put something in his drink, if they had something against him, or I don't know why anyone would in Nashville, because he's not from Nashville. He's from Missouri, but just a thought. He's 6 feet 5 inches with a slender build, blonde hair, blonde eyes, according to his family. Quote, this is definitely the worst nightmare, Stephen's stepfather, Chris Whited, told News 2. Riley talks to us, whether it's me or his mom. He talks to his mom 3 or 4 times a day. For him to go this long without talking to anyone is not normal by any means. If you know anything about anything in this case. If you saw uh, Riley Strain, if you know, saw someone wearing his clothes or anything, please call the MNPD at area code 615-862-8600. FBI theory is that he ended up in nearby water. That's what I'm afraid of. That's, yeah. Yeah, Michelle, we're getting ready to show the bar and F ball fell head first into a pole, got up holding his head. Oh wow. I didn't see that one yet, but if he did fall, when you are extremely intoxicated, your blood is much thinner as well, which can uh be really, that can be bad as well. All right, so I want to show y'all some different things here. There was a press conference earlier. First, let's show you some video. There is no sound to this. Okay. You see that? He's going across the parking lot here. He's jogging. It's at the very end. He's jogging. Make it bigger here. He's running from something. He may be running from something, or he may be thinking that he's running from something, right? We got to remember that as well. He could be hallucinating. We just don't know. Let's slow this down. Right? His shirt is very distinctive also. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's about to fall. No one helped him. Um was the thing that I wonder is, so his friends were at the bar with him, right? Broadway is on a hill. This is so concerning. He looked drugged and out of his mind. I'm afraid he ended up in the river or in the sketchy homeless tent city by the river. Um, that's the concern. Now, the thing, 50 of them were at the bar, 50. Nobody, they were frat brothers. That's right. Yeah. So, wow. I wish somebody would have, I'm sure that they wish that as well, but let me see here. All right. Today was the second day I drove the path that Riley Strain took on March 8th. It begins at 4th and Church and ends on Gay Street at St. James Robertson Parkway. I searched along the river a bit. It's extremely steep. I also was approached by a family member who is extremely grateful for everything everyone is doing. This family is very clearly distraught. They are overwhelmed by the outpouring of support. I'll share some photos below of around the bridges I seen from areas where bush looked disturbed. Unfortunately, the drop off the river is extremely steep. All right, that's one. Very grateful to this person who posted this, Chloe. Thank you so much for looking out and searching and speaking with the family. And all right, Justin, keep watching. Running, he falls head into the pole. Yeah, I know that he. Let me go back here. I believe she took some pictures too. Whoops. I mean, this is extremely, extremely steep. And there's so much trash and everything. Um, you could lose your balance or anything. I yeah, me either, Joy. Um, did he drink this often? Does anyone know? Was this just something he, it was fraternity, so Broadway has grown considerably. Used to cover with homeless. They have managed to weed them out a lot, but they're still there along the river, which concerns me. Yes, and they could have. We just don't know. Absolutely, I see you. They certainly can. Nashville's so crowded. I mean, it's 10 o'clock at night. There's still so many people out at 10 o'clock at night. Fraternity kind of explains it. Yeah, they said he wouldn't ever get overserved. Which, a lot of times, especially fraternity brothers, uh, people kind of start the party before they get to the bar. You know what I mean? They have some drinks, so they get the party started at the hotel, saves them money too. There are 22 bars on Broadway Street, and it was packed. Yes, it was particularly packed that night, I believe. So, um, we're gonna. Oh, let me look at this right here. Second string. Okay. What's this? Yeah, this is where he's running. Someone says if you look in the upper right corner, it appears to be Riley away, pulling away from someone before he starts running. It was in the original video shared, but for some reason the video changed or was edited after the initial post. Hmm. Video is kind of small on that one, so. Taken just now, Thursday at 3 p.m., and already lots of people in the street. In an hour, it will double. Tomorrow at this time, already crazy. Yeah, and if you can let me make this bigger for y'all. If you can see here, well, let me zoom in. But I mean, it's already lined up with folks on the rooftops, right around here. And this was taken 2 hours ago. So it's 5 o'clock. Or so it was taken at 3 o'clock, sorry. 3 o'clock local time. So how do they define overserved, or what does that mean? Yeah, I mean, if it's extremely, extremely busy, can you know or remember how many? I mean, bars are there to make money. They're there to make money. And sometimes I'm not saying that they overserved or anything. But I also wonder why no fraternity brother helped. You're supposed to be a brotherhood. You're supposed to be a brotherhood. Was there a fight that happened that we don't know about? They said Riley was kicked out. Was he being, loud? Or was there an issue with some stranger in the bar with a fraternity brother, or just a random stranger? We have no idea. Who noticed something possible relevant today? I don't want to spoil your life. You're talking about the woman who said, what was it? She saw a homeless man that may have been wearing a shirt like him. Is that correct? They say it was a friendly guy. Yeah. Hmm. Strip there. Um, it's the bridge there.
Hey guys, it is
Phone is out of battery since 7:40 a.m. yesterday. Love ya. All right, what is this? So I believe this is the tent city that the woman in the podcast was talking about, where she saw a homeless man wearing what was possibly Riley's shirt. A lot to cover in this area. I'll put more photos and comments. Address is 181 Athens Drive off Heritage Avenue. Please note this is opposite direction for his last phone ping, just going off woman's description of where the homeless camp was. All right, now if this is Riley, one of these is Riley again, then who is that person behind him? Yeah, he ended up at the homeless camp down at, well, we'll see. Okay, let's look at this. Uh, 1 second. Uh, there's a couple things I wanted to watch right here, and then we're going to get back to this. I'll show you his. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't yet already. Greatly appreciate it. Um, so they're saying WSMV.com is saying family friend claims that Riley was spotted by 2 homeless camps during interview on national TV. Quote, I was talking to family members currently in downtown Nashville searching, and we found other homeless person who had acknowledged that Riley had been in that area. Now that's interesting. Very interesting, actually. Oh. Give me 1 second. I don't know why it's not pulling. All right, we'll just do it this way. All right, this is a press conference that was there earlier.
Group of individuals have been searching the river bank and the river itself using a sonar equipped boat. Thus far, we've found no sign of our missing person. Sergeant Bob Nielsen is a supervisor for our homicide cold case unit. That unit is responsible for investigating missing persons, and Sergeant Nielsen is going to go over with you now where the investigation stands at this point. Sergeant Nielsen.
As Don has already mentioned, we've been out here with our urban search and rescue people today. We've also utilized my cold case detectives on foot, traveling through the area. We've also used aviation, as well as our police boat, which, as he mentioned, has sonar. In the past couple of days, we've also involved the Office of Emergency Management. They have a boat with sonar, and they also have a drone. We've had their drone operator come out here. And we've also been utilizing our downtown partnership people and just trying to make any contacts of some of the citizens walking through here, including people that live in nearby homeless camps, and have been recanvassing for video and reaching out to some of the bars and businesses down here, which I'd like to point out that they've all been extremely cooperative with us. And I'm open to any questions you have. So the last thing we had on the phone information was all of the pings that they did were based on exigency, so we were able to get that. Apple has been very helpful with us. We're still waiting on some phone record information. We're still waiting on that data. However, the last ping that they had was off a cell tower near Top Golf, which is on the other side of the river. However, the radius is about 2 miles, so it doesn't give us a direction to travel or more detailed information. We just know that that's the tower that it hit off of. We're still waiting on the phone records. We don't have the information quite back on the Apple Watch. I didn't know this. I'm not an Apple person, but apparently it has its own separate phone number. So that's one of the things that we're also waiting on is data from that as well. It doesn't tell us exactly why they went down. There could be a variable number of reasons of why both of those went down, from we don't know how long he had them charged to, turned them off. I mean, any number of things. But the data right now, the rest of it, his phone records and so forth, we're still waiting on. We know that the last ping off that tower was between 9:55 p.m. and 10 p.m. And I believe the last phone conversation or attempted conversation by one of his friends was also during that same time. That was the last time anybody had any kind of interaction with him on the phone.
We'll talk about our cameras, Bob, what we know from the cameras.
Thank you. With the camera footage that we have right now, the last known footage we have of Mr. Strain was coming in this direction, which would be towards us in a northerly direction. It caught him between the James Robertson Bridge and Woodland Street Bridge traveling this way. He was on foot. There was nobody else around him that we can see. We do have some cameras on the back of our Birch building, which is our courthouse here. However, it doesn't catch him crossing the path of that, and they would have caught anybody on either side of the Gay Street connector. So at this point, we're kind of back canvassing, if you will, going back possible route he may have taken from Broadway up 3rd, down towards Church Street, down in this direction to look for any other cameras we may have missed. As
No,
well as
Miss
look for any
Chewy.
other
Good
potential
to see you.
employees at some of these businesses that we can talk to that may not have been here past few days, but might have been here Friday night. So we're still going back and looking for more cameras and more witnesses. No, there's absolutely no indication whatsoever there's any kind of foul play or other crime involved. This is strictly a missing person investigation at this point. Obviously, those things can always change. We just don't know. But right now, all of our resources are dedicated towards finding him. We're not conducting a criminal investigation of any type. So we're utilizing all of our detectives and our other resources, as we mentioned, in just looking for him. Because, like I said, there's no indication he was in a fight or argument with anybody on the street, as far as we know right now, or anybody in any establishment he may have visited. So we're just solely looking at this as a missing person case. So we don't believe, based on the information we have so far from financial institution, that he utilized any kind of ride share. However, I know that I believe the family or someone has reached out asking if they may have caught him on video, because as we all know, a lot of your rideshare partners will have dash cams. And so people have reached out to them. Hey, if you see anything, can you send it to us, send it to the police department? But we have not seen any evidence that he would have used that. All the footage that we have so far, he was walking. So there's no indication that he got into a vehicle, whether a cab or a rideshare. And then, of course, until we get his phone records back, we can't see if he utilized any one of those types of applications as well.
So I know some people are saying, there's some discussion in chat. People are like, the bar is, so I used to work in a place where we sold open drinks. It had a bar in it. And we were responsible for not serving to people who were, if they came already in intoxicated, like if they came in intoxicated, we could not serve them at all. And we, especially if they were, we knew they were driving, you had to really be careful, because, they get, and something happens, it's a problem. I was hit by a drunk driver when I was 18 years old. Just hadn't been driving that long. A guy got his mother was dying of cancer. He got in her car, was drinking, hit me so hard that two of my wheels came completely off my car and went down the street. So, drinking is a privilege. It's not a right. That is absolutely true. So, with with alcohol comes responsibility, right? Not only it comes with responsibility as you being responsible with what you can drink and drive, and not driving, having a DD or a ride share, but it also is, there's layers of responsibility on everyone, including the bar. So, but the thing is, I don't know if I'm sure that the bar was extremely crowded. And many times someone, if they cut you off, someone will go get a drink for you. This is life. It's not the way it's supposed to be, but this happens, particularly if you're elbow to elbow when you're in Nashville. If you've ever been to Nashville, you are elbow to elbow with everyone, particularly the nightlife, because that's what Nashville is. It's all about the nightlife in Nashville. Jaguar says, I'm starting to think, in their opinion, there are crime rings targeting men in major cities. I think the bar staff working with Uber or taxi drivers, men are giving something. And well, I know in Austin right now, things are really, really bad. Yeah, Michelle, thank God. Thank God I did. But um but like that happened literally half of my life ago when I was hit by a drunk driver. And I still have like knots in my neck from where I had whiplash. Horrible. Um and those things, you know, there's so many people who never walk away, never walk away. So absolutely. And liquor license is extremely expensive. You can't just go buy a liquor license. Uh, each state only gives a certain amount of liquor license. They only give a certain amount in a certain area. And every 10 to 15 years is when you bid on the liquor license. So someone who uh, does that liquor license, like you can only get one every 10 to 15 years if one comes up and you bid on them, and they start at $1 million. So you can buy someone out, but it is extraordinarily expensive. Yeah. Yeah. Two of my tires came completely off, went down the street. So, because liquor license are very expensive. The profit margin in liquor is I mean, it's amazing, the profit margin. So, um, that's why a lot of stars start their restaurants, right? They start bars. Yes, Tar Heel, I do. I do. Especially when I drive now, like when my arms up too much driving. Um, but always, always never take the risk. Even if you think you can, don't ever, ever drink and drive. Because, you know, many times we think we're in a better shape than what we really are. Um, I rarely ever drink. But when I do, it's someone's definitely driving. Um, it's usually never over 2 drinks, 3 drinks max. Um, 1 second, y'all. Sorry about that. My whiplash occurred in 1993, and I have to go through chiropractic once a month. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't have my camera on. All right. What else do we got here? This was an update from just a little bit ago. Update: Metro Nashville detectives held a news conference on the latest of Riley strain. Sadly, nothing new. Detectives said they have extended rather any and all resources to find the 22-year-old Missouri student that got separated from his fraternity brothers and disappeared. So I know something. They allegedly made him go out the back door or something, and the other fraternity, they went out the front door, and by the time they supposedly got around to the back door, Riley was missing. I live 25 miles south of Nashville. Yeah. Um, at this point, no evidence of foul play. The focus of the search does appear to be the river. And I think that's probably I mean, one second, guys. Sorry. Kids are just got home from piano. So, you would think that if he was anywhere in the city, right, he would be found. So I think looking at the river is probably the best option. I'm sure that they are looking. He looked lost or disoriented at the intersection with the roadblock. Yes, he certainly did. And being as intoxicated as he was, and then hitting his head, yes, spring break safety. And a lot of people are probably starting spring break right now as well, Jaguar. You're exactly right. Hey, Chai, when I consumed way too much alcohol for whatever reason, I felt like I had to swim. Really? That's interesting. That's interesting. Huh. Um, no evidence of foul play. The focus is on the river. The priority is finding Riley. But in the meantime, everyone seems to have an opinion on who to blame. And that's typical. Let me share a few comments messaged to me with counterpoints from you. Someone posted Nick from NC5. Point: the fraternity brothers should have left Riley when he appeared to be so much under the influence. Should have left Riley, rather. Friends don't leave friends drunk. And he counterpoints: have people forgotten what it's like to be 22 and on spring break? I understand that. I understand that. But I also understand that if you're 22 and these are your fraternity brothers, you got to watch out for each other. It doesn't matter how old you are, in my opinion. Especially, because when you're that intoxicated, you are extremely vulnerable. You are extremely vulnerable to many different aspects. These guys were there to party hard. No one was driving, which is a good thing. In a downtown crowd, it gets easy to get separated. That is true. For all they knew, Riley wandered off after a girl and would show up the next morning. Point: the bar the bar never should have let him leave in that condition. They overserved him. Counterpoint: more people are drunk than not drunk in these bars on Friday night. That is true. You almost have to be drunk in order to put up with that many people, in my opinion. And I don't even drink much. But still, there is a responsibility for everyone. Riley is 22 and legal. Cut him off. But what can they do? Bars can't possibly be required to babysit every Patreon who drinks too much. That is true. But again, there is a responsibility. There is something called personal responsibility. Yes, and that's what we were talking about earlier. There is a personal responsibility, and then there is a responsibility for going out as a group, as one, and there's a responsibility for the bar. But I don't think it's time to point fingers. It's right now's the time to find Riley, and that's the main thing. He's 6'4", Joy. 6'4", not 6'7". Oh my, that was fun. Get kicked out at the end up in Justin, and then had to find. Get kicked out and end up in Justin, and they had to find Pearl. What is it, Fun to Ski? I wonder if he went to the pedestrian bridge. Mm-hmm. Very, very possible. So I bet the friends all feel so bad. I'm sure that they do. I'm sure that they do, and I bet they will. That's yes, like you're. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, the main thing is we find Riley right now, and whatever happens after he is found. Um, you know, he could have been chased. He may have thought he was being chased and really wasn't. Um, you can hallucinate um, with alcohol, or you can hallucinate after hitting your head. Um, so yeah. What else we got? The Tennessee Alcohol Beverage Commission launched an investigation into Luke's 32 bridge. They want to see if bartenders there may have overserved Riley there before they asked him to leave. What do you think? Um, and they're searching the river. I don't know how fast that river runs. But if he's been missing since the 8th, March 8th, 6 days, if he's in that river, he could be miles downstream. Young adults need to be reminded about how the risk of partying in cities too. Yeah, particularly they could sue the potentially, Nosy, absolutely. I was kicked out of chat, and then I ended up in Justin's channel, and then I had to retry to find your Pearl channel. I forgot to add Clutch first. Oh, gotcha. What chat was you kicked out of? Lauren Spencer's case, she was served underage, and her friends was with her June 3rd, 2011. Still missing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, the best thing is to drink at home with your people around you. That way you don't have to go anywhere. Um, it's more safe. Um, you don't got to worry about other people. You got to worry about as much as people putting stuff in your drinks. Make sure you watch your drinks. Nashville is wild. It's definitely a party city, and it has only grown by leaps and bounds the last several years. The one Clutch and Pearl's Android phone issue for 43 days. My daughter is a junior in college, and I preach stay at home and drink every day. Absolutely. That's the way to be. Okay, let me find this.
Tonight, police in Nashville are urging the public to take a close look at the surveillance video. One of the last moments we see University of Missouri student Riley Strain, who disappeared late Friday night.
I just need to know where my son is.
Sorry, I'm muted. Chai, thank you so much for becoming a member, my friend. I love you, appreciate you. Thank you so much. I was saying that this is a very distinctive shirt. Someone that sees that shirt's going to remember that shirt. And I was saying, they were saying that their chat was freezing. I was saying, YouTube, please fix this chat. It slows everything down. Like, it completely slows the chat down. And you try to type, and it's so frustrating. I'm never gonna stop. Never forget to mute myself. I always forget. Oh, it's yeah. It's definitely safer in America than it is anywhere else. Yeah. That's right. It wouldn't be a Adjustive Live without me being muted. But it's been going on for a good 2 weeks now. Then it'll speed back up, and then it'll slow down. It's so frustrating. It doesn't matter if you restart YouTube. But the only thing I've noticed it on is my phone. It doesn't happen on my computer or anything like that. Only my phone. And yes, this is what a mom should look like if their loved one is missing. Yes. You can tell she's a good mother.
Who disappeared late Friday night.
I just need to know where my son is.
The 22-year-old is spotted crossing the street in downtown Nashville Friday at 9:47 p.m., just minutes after police say he was asked to leave a nearby bar owned by country singer Luke Bryan. His parents say he was visiting the city with his fraternity brothers, who looked for Riley when they returned to their hotel, about a half a mile away from the bar. His room key was there, but Riley was missing.
Did he actually make it to the hotel, from your understanding?
He never made it to the hotel, from what we know.
His fraternity brothers tried to call and locate him via Snapchat maps, but his phone was turned off, according to his parents.
You were saying this is just really out of character for him to not be in touch with a family member.
You know, it's very odd. I mean, Friday night when they got there, he had sent pictures, he'd called.
Metro Nashville police say they've searched the area by air and on foot, including the riverbank. His family leading their own search efforts over the past few days.
We went back down Sunday night and walked the area again, just kind of asking questions. We talked to several of the homeless. One of them recognized a picture, and he called him Larry Bird because Riley's 6'7", blonde hair, blue eyes, 160 pounds. So he stands out.
The bar where he was last seen telling NBC News they're continuing to work closely with the Metro Nashville Police Department to provide security camera footage and any other potentially helpful information. Riley's fraternity, Delta Chi, saying they're actively engaged with university officials who are providing access to in-person resources for local chapter members. Tonight, his family desperate for answers.
If anybody knows anything, please just call the police. Please.
and not giving up hope.
Yes, we're hurting and everything, but right now we are still expecting a positive outcome.
Riley's parents drove directly from Springfield, Missouri to Nashville as soon as they found out their son was missing. And as they continue helping with the ongoing search, they're also standing by for additional clues that may be revealed from surveillance footage in the area.
Your shipping manager left to find themselves, leaving you lost. You need to
Good night,
hire.
Tar Heel. Oh God. Good night, honey. Is he 6'4" or 6'7"? I thought he was 6'4". Let's look at this where they're searching. You know, they're doing a lot of stuff. That's at 6'7". That's extremely, extremely tall. But, you know, guys, miracles happen every day, and he could be somewhere hurt. He could be somewhere against his will. He could be, God forbid, in the river. I live in Springfield, Missouri, and the local news is following this case closely. Yeah, it's starting the 8th, Rhonda. So today is what, day 6? Miracles do happen, but it makes you, it's not, the first 48 hours, if you're not found in the first 48 hours, it goes down significantly. So, yeah. I mean, to me, it doesn't seem like he would do this. He seems like he comes from a really good family. He's still 22. He's very young. What if he was in a hospital? I would think that if he was in a hospital, we would know by now. I think whatever he was slipped may have overdosed him. I had a friend in 12th grade. 1 second. Right. I'm gonna. Yeah, I was muted on purpose there. I want to show you guys this. This is a better video. It's way more clear. He's definitely running. I don't see anyone running after him. But hold on a minute. Okay, this is where he falls. There he is. And then he falls really hard. He's right here. He gets up. Let's look at that again after he gets up. He gets up. He's staggering. It's very strange. That was a hard fall. Yeah, he does look delirious after he falls. He definitely looks. Yeah, he's like grabbing his head. And the thing is, like, let's look at this. Like, when he's running, he's not staggering when he's running, right? But then he falls. And then he just kind of lays there a second. Now he's getting up. Now watch. He's going to start staggering. Yeah. All right. And I've got some more stuff here. Bear with me while I pull this up. There's a 911 call too. All right. Let's go to this.
I'm hearing different ways for me to screen for colon cancer.
It's time to use my voice. I've got a choice. More than one answer.
I sat down with my doc. We had a talk. Knew just what to say.
I asked for Cologuard and did it my way.
Cologuard is a one-of-a-kind way to screen for colon cancer that's effective and non-invasive. It's for people 45 plus at average risk, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider.
How long was this ad?
I did it my way.
Riley Strain is still missing, but search crews say they won't give up until they find him. Sharing this video with us tonight, deploying 2 boats to keep searching the Cumberland riverbank. Thanks for joining us tonight, everyone. I'm Rory Johnston. The 22-year-old college student visiting here from Missouri hasn't been seen since last Friday night, nearly a week. Still no answers. Tonight, our Nikki Hauser talked with police and other visitors who were also downtown last weekend.
It was a pretty busy Friday night here on Broadway when Riley was last seen. 5 days later, still nobody has been able to find him.
Jackie, I've seen in the video, they said that he would look like he was scruffing with someone when it first came out, but now I can't find it where he looked like
Not
he was
only
scruffing.
bringing up concern in this community, but a conversation that needs to be had about how important it is to act when something's wrong.
I can't even, I teared up this morning because I saw the story this morning and I teared up looking at it.
The story and question on everyone's mind.
I really, the biggest hope is that they find him okay.
Where is Riley Strain? The 22-year-old Mizzou student went to Luke Bryan's bar Friday night with a group of fraternity brothers. He left alone. To this day, investigators are trying to figure out where he went. Security video from police and nearby businesses showed the approximate path he took, stumbling from Broadway to 3rd Avenue, then Church to Gay Street near the river, where officials searched this week.
We were all looking through our phones, looking at cameras at our photos from that night to see if we could see anything on the street, and none of us could.
Mackenzie McGuire says she was also out Friday night. Never saw Riley, but would have helped if she could have.
We could have definitely helped that night. We could have approached him. We could have called the police. We could have called an Uber.
All things Metro Police say you can do if you feel comfortable. If you don't, find a nearby police officer or security guard to help.
Thinking, oh, I'm a guy, nothing is going to happen to me, or my friend will be fine or whatever. And I feel like with girls, it's a lot more. We know we need to stick together, and I feel like that all needs to change because everyone needs to stick together.
Both she and Andrea Baugh from Nashville say staying
He's absolutely
in
right.
groups, a common practice among women, can be life-changing for anyone.
In the middle of having fun, you can put fun on hold to make sure that someone gets to where they need to go.
Nikki Hauser, News
Safety first, always.
Channel 5.
Thank you so much, Nikki. By the way, the Tennessee Alcoholic Beverage Commission also now stepping in, confirming that they will investigate whether Riley may have been overserved alcohol.
Oh, they're definitely gonna check that. Sure enough, they discovered that they had 2 angles of Strain making his way down 3rd Street onto Church Street. The first angle shows Strain running down the sidewalk until he stumbles and collides with a pole. He remains on the ground for a moment and then stands back up, which we just saw. The second angle shows Strain struggling to continue down Church Street. A third angle from the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department cameras show Strain crossing First Avenue where Church Street turns into Gay Street near the river. Strain can be seen looking around for a moment before continuing toward the river. It's not good. Not good at all. In the 911 call, okay, what's his name? Asked 911 operator Braden Baltz. One of Strain's friends replied, his name is Riley Strain. What color clothing was he last seen wearing? Asked the operator. He's wearing jeans, boots, and a half black shirt, half brown, light brown, he replies. So what took so long for the 911 call? Strain was walking alone Friday night because he was asked to leave Luke's 32 Bridge, a bar owned by the country singer Luke Bryan. For some reason, none of Strain's fraternity brothers followed him as he planned to head back to the hotel. According to Strain's family, his fraternity brothers didn't realize Strain never made it back to the hotel until early Saturday morning. The next morning, his friends started searching and stopped at the Davidson County Sheriff's Office before being redirected to the Metro Police. The friends eventually called Strain's parents about the disappearance around 10:30 on Saturday morning. I think I have that 911 call somewhere. Hold on, I think I got it right here, maybe. Yeah, here it is. Was he going in the right direction of the hotel? That's a good question. Well, he was going toward the river, so I don't know. Probably not. Give me 1 second. Go bar hopping. There's a nail polish. Yes, I saw that. Yes, you can dip your finger in the drink and it tells you if your drink was drugged. I did see that before. That's really cool.
Saturday, March 9, 2024, 13:46 and 24 seconds.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Hi, I don't have an address. I'm trying to file a missing persons report, and the Central Police is closed, and the sheriff's office said that we couldn't do it there.
Okay, so where exactly are you now?
We're in front of the Central Police, how do you say that? Precinct? How do you say that? Precinct. The Central Police Precinct on...
Okay, there, 601 Korean Veterans Boulevard and downtown Nashville, like right across from the Music City Center.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that where you're able to wait for a police officer to come and speak to you?
Yeah, we can wait for an officer here.
Okay. What's the phone number you're calling from?
Oh, my phone?
Yes, in case we needed to reach you back, what is the best number to reach you at? And what is your name, sir?
Brayden, Brayden.
And your last name?
Baltz.
Okay. And who is it that you're wanting to report as missing?
We're here on a fraternity formal trip. It's one of my good buddies.
Okay. What is his name?
His name is Riley Strain. Riley, Riley, Strain, Strain.
Okay. Is he white, black, Hispanic, Asian?
He's white. 22-year-old, 6'5", blonde.
Okay. And what was he last seen wearing?
Outside of Luke Bryan's bar last night at like 10. And then the last time his location on his phone was by the sheriff's office at like 11 p.m.
Okay. And what color clothing was he last seen wearing?
He's wearing jeans, boots, and a half black shirt, half brown, light brown.
Okay. And you said it last showed outside the sheriff's department?
Like around that area by the river, by the sheriff's department over there.
Okay.
It was the next morning, Michelle.
Does he have any life-sustaining medications or disabilities?
No.
And what is, you said he has a phone, so it's a cell phone, right?
Yeah, it's an iPhone 15 Pro Max.
What is the number?
But it's hold on. Give me 1 second. I got you. Sure. All right, you ready?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Now,
you said
question where his phone was found in the, am I correct, the opposite direction of the river, right? Is that correct? Did his phone fall out when he fell? Or I knew his phone was found. I don't remember where his phone was found though. Let me look at this map. 1 second.
The last four were 4198.
Yes.
Okay. And are you going to be waiting there at the door of the precinct, or are you going to be waiting in your car?
I mean, yeah, we're at the front door of the precinct.
Okay. I've got the call sent there at the Central Precinct, 601 Korean Veterans Boulevard in downtown, right across the Music City Center. We'll get an officer out to you as soon as we can. Please call us back if something changes before they arrive.
Okay. Yeah, it was, I wonder if someone robbed him. That's something is, so here is Riley's Facebook. Studies financial planning and a BS in University of Missouri. Went to Kickapoo High School, lives in Springfield, Missouri. From Springfield, Missouri, financial representation at Northwest Earn Mutual. You know, just a good all-around guy, opposite side of Nashville. See, that's what's so weird. That's what really makes me, thank you, Jules. Darcy, thank you so much for gifting 1 membership, my love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you was the one that received that gifted membership, thank our beloved Darcy. Thank you for your support, Miss Darcy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, thank you so much. By the time they pinged his watch and iPhone, they were both, well, we don't know if they were turned off or they died, right? September Rain, thank you for becoming a member. My love, thank you so much. Yeah, please welcome September Rain to the family. Welcome, my friend. Thank you so much for your support. It means more than you know. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Teddy, they close at 5 p.m. Friend said 6'4", but news said the cops said it was 6'7", so maybe we don't have right height. I think his phone was turned off. If his phone was turned off, and let's say, for instance, it is, it was found in the opposite direction of which he was going. Then that makes you think something was up. Or also someone can find something and walk with it a little whiles and pitch it as well, but I don't know if they would actually pitch an iPhone or an Apple Watch as well. Canadian Cookie, thank you, my love. Thank you so much. He was the one that received a gift from our beloved Canadian Cookie. Please give her a big old thank you. Thank you so much, Canadian Cookie, my sweet. Very kind of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Nosy, did they fingerprint the phone? If they have it, which it sounds like they do, I'm sure that they did. Yes, they built a sheriff's department on the other side of the station from downtown area to come work this way. Yeah, Tent City it's down by the river, I'm pretty sure. Hello, Tooth Fairy. Good to see you, honey. Good to see you. All right, let's go. There is a group, and it is growing very quickly. Now it's not it. Give me 1 second. It's even slowing down on my computer now. It's called Riley Strain Missing Nashville, Tennessee, 14.2 thousand. I think this has gained over 1,000 in just the last little bit. That's insane, because it was like 13 or 12 or 13,000 earlier. Justin, when I worked at the San Antonio at Billboard Hall back in 1986, we were required to go on class and use techniques to avoid over-serving alcohol. We would personally be responsible. Yes, K. Dougie. And can you imagine how it is now? I mean, in 1986, it was taken seriously, but I mean, now it's DD, or drunk driving, is taken extremely seriously, and so they can definitely be held accountable. They've opened up an investigation. I want to see if, Hold on. Maybe here's a comment. Let's look at this for a moment. Did they turn it over to the police? I hope. The lady who posted it on TikTok said she did, and I'm sure hundreds of others have by now too. Shelly Joe, the police should have, because it was the original video from the smoke shop I shared it close with the family. The timing of the person running away from the person in the top right corner matches perfectly with him running between the cars. The short time gap where the person on the right exits the camera's view and when Riley appears fits. Now that I'm watching it again, it looks as though he's turning his head back over his shoulder to look behind him just before he falls. Let's look at that video again. Is this one the clear one? No, I've got even a better one. 1 second. Let's see if he looks like he's running back. Or if he's looking back while he's running. Who would he be running from? Oh, here's another video I want to show y'all. Where's this at? Okay, here he is. He's really struggling here. Really struggling. Looks like he talks, or he's trying to talk to them. Oh my goodness, Canadian Cookie. Thank you so much for gifting another membership, my dear. If you was the one that received that membership, please thank our beloved, sweet Canadian Cookie. And Candy Prim, thank you so much for gifting a membership. If you was the one that received Candy's membership, please thank her for me for your membership. And Canadian Cookie gifted another. Thank you, our sweet Canadian Cookie. I appreciate you so much, my dear. Hawaii bound. Oh, what did I do again? Let's see here. Thank you so much for the super chat. Love you, Justin. I had a TBI because definitely can cause distortion. Your sense of direction is backwards. Can't get words out or know to eat, drink, pray. Wow. Thank you, Hawaii Bound, for that information. Do you live in Hawaii? Just curious. I love Hawaii. I love Hawaii. My boys were born in Hawaii. Two of my boys were born in Hawaii. Not all of them, but two of them. Okay. I wonder why no one helped him at least call the cops. Let's look at this again. I want to look at this again. Something's off here. All right. He's getting ready to come into the frame. This is him right here. I'm going to make this bigger so y'all can see it as best as possible. Right here, he's coming into the frame. I want you to see he stops right here in front of the road closed, and he looks like he's going to fall forward or something. See, he's very distorted. You can tell he's struggling here. Now, this is the river, right? Is this the river? This is the river. He almost looks confused, if you ask me. Ah. What is your favorite vacation spot? Why would he get that? Him with wagon. No, it's not him with the wagon. No. He's grabbing his head again. Let's he looks lost, or I think, my opinion, we don't know. I'm just giving you an opinion based upon what I've seen. I think something he just may be very intoxicated, and or with that fall, something. No. Let me show you. He's coming from right over here. He's going to come from right over here. And see this guy right here? He's looking at him. You can tell he's looking at him. I hope this person here and these women that kind of look at him right here, I hope they've contacted the police. Now watch. He's like walking. Now see how he's looking at them right there? He's following the other group. I don't know if that is the river close by. Yes. Yeah, this could be a head injury. And the longer it goes on, the worse absolutely it can get, right? So, hopefully they get him straightened out. Arm kind of just dangling. To me, he's walking in like a forward motion, like he's leaning constantly. You know what I'm saying? Justin, watch this again. Does he lean to one side? This happens in head injuries. I had that. To me, he's leaning forward. Let's see it again. Okay. Let me see if I can slow it down. And I can't. Let's see. Let's go like this. Here we go. See how he's looking. He stops. He puts his hand out in front of him. He looks at these two women and this guy right here. You can tell like the guy's looking, he's with two other guys now, but you can like at the very beginning of the video, let me find it. You can tell like, I don't know if Riley said something to him or he's just, I just feel like he feels like he's confused or something. The other video he was leaning over as well. Said video was before the fall. So no, I don't think the way he's walking here has to do with the fall. I mean, he might walk like that, but he's just like leaning, like the top of him's leaning forward. I think he's very confused. I've been so intoxicated in my 20s that I couldn't even get it together and passed out without remembering that was long ago. I was with Max, but imagine if I wasn't. Wow. Now, I know that there are some people who say that they've been so intoxicated that they don't remember what happened, like when they were drunk. I have never, I have been, the most intoxicated I've ever been was on a cruise ship, and I was really intoxicated. Really intoxicated. And I still remember everything personally. But there are people that have blackouts, and there's some people that don't remember. Being drunk and a TBI will be hard to decipher between the two. This poor kid. Looks like he's carrying his phone. Yeah, Candy, it's just now starting to get nationwide. Don't remember a thing. Yeah, I've heard of people that they just don't remember nothing at all. Should have never blacked out. Yeah. I don't know. Let me see if I can find that one where he falls, because we were going to look at something. What were we going to look at in this video? Oh, if he was looking behind him before he fell. Let's make the quality as best as we can. Let's slow it down. I don't see him looking back. What do y'all think? Oh, let me make it bigger. Do y'all see him looking back? I don't know. I just think he is very confused here. Very confused. I feel like there's a lot of confusion. He's intoxicated. But I mean, he's running and he's running fairly straight, but he falls. But then watch, he gets up. He's gonna kind of sit there for a minute. We got it in slow motion. Okay. I mean, it may have knocked him out for a split second. Whenever I was a kid, my dad and his friends were throwing wood in the back of a truck for firewood, and they were throwing a stick, and I got in the way, and it hit me in the head, a big stick of wood, and they said I passed out for like a couple seconds, and I didn't even know I passed out. I knew I'd been hit, but I didn't know that I'd even passed out. So I woke up at sitting in the car, the truck door, they put me in there. So he may have not even know, especially if he's hurt himself. So he's getting up. He stepped in the water puddle oil anyway. It was slippery. Yeah. I just think he's intoxicated, right? And when you're intoxicated, you don't see how he's back was kind of arched. Now this is where he starts grabbing his head and stuff. I agree, Don. I agree. If someone is if someone is so intoxicated, in my opinion, that they feel like they don't need to be in the bar anymore, they either need to have the party with them, go with them, or they need to call the police, or they need to call a ride. Because obviously you're in such a state that you are disrupting business of some sort, which means you probably aren't in your right mind to begin with, right? You know, his mom has seen videos and it just breaks her. Of course, absolutely. I agree, Dispatch Crystal. You know, it's fraternity brothers. They're supposed to be literally like a brotherhood. But, you know, again, I don't think it's time to blame anybody right now. I think we just got to figure out where Riley is. Hey, guidance. And then the things will fall where they may. Courtney Dunn, my first set of twins are why. Oh, Courtney Dunn, you're having twins? Where was that comment? Is why I'm in recovery. Oh, congratulations, Courtney. That's awesome. Congratulations. Number one rule: don't leave friends intoxicated or not. Yeah. Took him a while to get up. I mean, I'll show you this. I mean, in normal timing, it's 4 times slowed down, 0.25. So he's coming from over here. Oh no, wait, sorry. He's already down. Here we go. He's running. All right. Now he's down. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi. About 10 seconds or so, right? I agree, coexist. Justin, see the cat slowly leaving inside garage as he falls. Cat in the garage. What do you mean? All right, where's the cat? Where's the cat? I think he means the car, not cat. I'm like, what? Where's that cat? Looks like he tripped to me. He could have. He was wearing big boots. See the car slowly leaving inside the garage as he falls. Car leaving inside the garage as he falls. Still don't know exactly what you mean by that. Per se. You can tell he's in trouble, though. That's the thing. You can tell he's in trouble. He's definitely in trouble. I know if I was present, I would have helped him out. Poor guy. Yeah. Yeah. If you know someone's in trouble, even if you don't know them, offer them help. As long as you feel safe, always offer them help, or call 911. That's the least. All right, here's some pings, or not pings, but video. Make it bigger for you. Yeah, it's the least. It's just be. Yeah, he was definitely limping as soon as he after he fell, for sure. For sure. All right. So here we got, let me see here. Riley leaves Luke Bryan's bar at 9:40. Second time he spotted on camera, Riley on escape game cam 9:43. Number 3, 9:45, 2 minutes after he's seen on this cam. He's right here on the corner, almost on the corner. Riley falls on video at 9:45. Number 4, Riley crossing near First Street. And here, last cell phone ping, 9:58, 45, 55, 13 minutes. It took him 13 minutes from his fall video to get him from here to here. That to me shows that he's struggling. Took him 13 minutes to get from here to here, but it took him 5 minutes to get from here to here. I think so too, Ruby. And the last video we see of Riley is right here at the bridge. And, guys, let's look at this. Look at it this way. How come we have video of Riley from here, tracking him all the way down, not of, not him going this way? We would have had video of him over here, right? Or if he crossed the bridge and we seen him on the other side. Why right before he's getting ready, he's around that bridge is the last time we see him? Think of that. Think of that. Something happened, in my opinion, right after the last time we see him on that video. Oh, yay, chat is working for me again. Oh, good, Drew. It's frustrating. Yes, Candy, Nashville. Yep, sure is, honey. Sure is. Thank you so much. It is, yeah. Very possible, Kelly. Good point. Good point. I mean, when you drink a lot, you got to pee a lot. And particularly, how guys pee. I know I've been, a time or two in my life. So after he got kicked out, a friend could have called someone else to come and get him. Unfortunately, I think he is in the river. I agree. I think this is Nicoliner. Hey, girl. Good to see you. I think there's a reason why this is the last place we saw him not crossing the road. Is there a bridge or street bridge across the river? Street bridge. Like, can you walk across it? Yeah, and no more pings. Or maybe someone needs to check bathroom videos near the area just in case. Yeah, I think something happened right after this video out of the video's place, and I think he could be very far downstream at this point. Why was he thrown out of the bar? I don't know specifically. They are doing an investigation, a Libra's Moon, to see if he was overserved. He may have been overserved. He may not have been overserved. But generally it's because, I'm assuming here, you can be drunk, be belligerent, being too loud. Some of those drops-offs are steep. He would have been in shock from cold water. So they said that the banks are so steep in some areas that they are having to propel down the banks. Now that's pretty steep. They kicked him out of the back door and wouldn't let his friends go with him. The back door is on the other side of the building. Yes, allegedly, Amber. And I think that's wrong for them to do. If they kick you out and there's friends with you and they need to watch after you, then that's wrong on the bar's part. And that's wrong. And he ends up unalived because of this. This could be really bad for the owner if that did indeed happen. And I'm sure, that's why they're opening up an investigation. There should be a traffic light, ATM cameras, or even other surveillance cameras from businesses. Yes. Now they're at the bridge. I don't know. But I think there's a reason why he is last seen at this bridge and nothing else. We haven't seen him, heard from him since March 8th. Today is the 14th. So Louisiana Navy is there to search river. Group of guys who do it. Yeah. I think Texas EquiSearch would be great for this as well. Promise Roads, has Luke Bryant said anything about it? From what I understand, he's been, doing anything he can in order to help, and he's very disturbed over all of this. So, all right, guys. Well, I will keep you guys updated on this. Appreciate you all tremendously. If I get my work done here in a little bit, I may come back and we may talk about Wendy Williams. I need to do that live on Wendy Williams. Law enforcement just obtained another warrant for additional CCTV cameras by the bridge. We should know more real soon. Thank you, Maya, for that. I appreciate it. Dana Kay says Luke Bryan has offered to help with any assistance needed to find Riley. That's amazing. I think we'll I think they're going to find him, unfortunately, like in or around the river. Hope I'm wrong. Pray I'm wrong. Yep, Wendy Williams. Going to be talking about Wendy Williams, and I've got the receipts. Wait, what happened to Wendy? If you haven't seen the new documentary about Wendy Williams on Lifetime, Wendy is not the same human being as she was when she was on TV. It's not even like the same person. She looks like Wendy Williams, but she looks different now. She's got Graves' disease, which makes her eyes really, really big. Yeah, she's not the same whatsoever. Nothing new after that. Okay. And she may have some amnesia or dementia. Bet it's blunt force trauma they find. Yeah, very possible. Thank you, Funny Face Brenda. Thank you so much, Chai, for becoming a member. Darcy, thank you for gifting memberships. September Rain, thank you for becoming a member, my dear. Canadian Cookie, thank you for gifting 3 memberships. I appreciate you. Hawaii Bound, thank you for your super chat. Candy, thank you so much for your super chats, my dear. Appreciate you. Love you all. I'll see you guys real soon, hopefully. Love you guys. Bye-bye.